Welcome to a short little video discussing how you find the molar mass of different substances, different compounds and formulas. So you know how to write a formula, you know how to name a formula. Now we're going to do the mathematics. We're going to do the beginnings of the mathematics part of equations and reactions. And the very first thing that we need to do is find the molar mass. And just like the name suggests, it's how many grams if you had a mole of a substance. And this mole is going to be important to us because we cannot look at individual atoms because they're too small. And so we use this concept of a mole. All right, so you've got your periodic table, and this is found under the Getting Started, so you can have this screen showing up when you're doing your homework. And you'll see that some of this should be familiar to you. We've got the symbol for the element. So for boron, the symbol is B. The name is written below it. Up there, that 5 indicates the atomic number, which is the number of protons. But down here, this is going to be the number that's of importance to us. And that's called the molar mass of a substance. So what we're going to do first is let's take a pretty simple, but straightforward substance. And I've got potassium chloride. Now you look at this from the formula and you see that there's no subscript, which means that I'm going to have 1 mole of potassium and I'm going to have 1 mole of chlorine atoms. So in order to find the molar mass for potassium chloride, all I have to do is find the molar mass of potassium, which is over here, which is my 39.10, so 39.10. That would be how much 1 mole of potassium would mass out or would weigh. And now I need to do the same exact thing with the chlorine, and chlorine is over here, and we've got this, and so the number of grams is going to be 35.45. That's going to be the grams per 1 mole of chlorine atoms. So to find the molar mass for potassium chloride, all we have to do is simply add them up. And so as I add them up, I get 39.1 plus my 35.45, and that gives us 74.55. 74.55. So that's going to be the molar mass for potassium chloride. Now when you enter your answers, make sure you pay attention to how the answer should be entered. If we're going to a tenth, then you would enter this one as 74.6. Okay? But now what if we have something a little bit different? Suppose I have something where I've got barium chloride, like so. In this example, now I have a subscript, so I'm going to have to take that into account. Now take a look at this, and how many barium atoms do we have? And hopefully you realize that we have 1 barium. But how many chlorines do we have? And in this case, we're going to have 2 chlorines. So we take a look, and barium. Barium over here has a mass of 137.33. I'm sorry, I'm running out of room here. And then the chlorine is still the 2 times 35.45. And so now I need to just sum up those 2 values. And when I do, I end up with 208.23, and that's grams of barium chloride per mole of barium chloride. I ran out of space. All right, now again, if the answer is supposed to be to a tenth, we would have to round that to 208.2. So what you've got to pay attention here are the subscripts to find out how many atoms, individual atoms that you have, and then go to the periodic table and simply sum them up. Good luck.